Hi guys, welcome to this update video. I trust and hope you're doing really fantastic this afternoon. Today is the middle of the week, Wednesday the 4th of February, and we are going to be talking about primarily two things in the realm of weather. So we've got a surface trough in the Western Caribbean that is going to be helping to influence quite the surge in rainfall, which will also present that risk of flooding. And another cool down is coming as we head towards the latter part of the week. That will dip temperatures pretty much comparable to what we've experienced earlier this week in portions of the northern Caribbean. So let's talk about it. And we are currently looking at the infrared weather satellites. We've got some thick layers of clouds around, some afternoon showers going on for sections of the Cayman Islands, Cuba, even in Jamaica. For some of us, it's a bit windy and overcast. Others may be experiencing some rain. Let me know what's going on for you. And we can see this next frontal system peeking through just up here. We can see a bit of action ahead of it. Now, as we take a look at this surface chart, it is showing our different features out there. And well, for this broken orange line that we see in the Western Caribbean, that is the symbol for a surface trough. And that's going to be the primary mechanism for that rainfall increase, which will occur across sections of the Northern Islands. And here we've got this symbol here, our frontal system that, well, it's now considered a decaying frontal system. It's stationary. So a stationary front is marked by this symbol with the blue triangles and the red semicircles. So it's pretty much stalled as it is dissipating, something that is very much common with these fronts. And here we've got this next cold front starting to pop up on the graphic here. I mean, there's lots of blues around, but this is the one that I'm highlighting here. So yeah, we're going to have this next one coming down. It will be dipping our temperatures once more. Again, it's going to be an event pretty much comparable to earlier this week in sections of the Caribbean. So first, in terms of that rain surge, let's take a look at the rain forecast over the course of the next day. So this graphic is through tomorrow afternoon, and it is by our Euro model. So ahead of that frontal system, there's going to be that little surge in rain across sections of the Gulf and southeastern states as well. But because of the trough in the Western Caribbean, we see some more colors here. We're seeing some reds, some purples and burgundies popping up. Rainfall amounts probably exceeding 2 inches, maybe going up to 3 inches in a few spots. So primarily the vicinity of the Cayman Islands, eastern Cuba, Jamaica, possibly going up to sections of the southern Bahamas, will be experiencing the bulk of rainfall within the Caribbean region over the course of the next day or so. And with this, there is going to be the possibility of flooding, especially if you live in a flood-prone area. So please do not take any unnecessary risks. If you're going to be traveling tomorrow, ensure you carry your umbrellas, walk with your sweaters as well, just in case. As we go towards the vicinity of the Turks and Caicos Islands and even Hispaniola, which comprises Haiti and the Dominican Republic, these showers could be around, nothing very crazy. As it relates to Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands, it's a little bit active with some moisture in the area, so additional showers will certainly be possible. However, as we head through the Lesser Antilles, not really seeing any color, so that is a key sign that, hey, things are likely to be on the drier side for the area. Likewise for the ABC Islands, with a very minimal rainfall activity ongoing and expected to continue. So that's going to be the kind of trend for now. As it relates to the Guyanas, Guyana, Suriname, French Guiana, there could be some showers loitering around here and there. Nothing too crazy though. And a few scattered showers at most possible in sections of Central America. So once more, it's going to be the vicinity of Jamaica, the Cayman Islands, and Cuba that will experience the significant rainfall activity and also that potential of flooding. And with that, here are a few tips to note in case you should encounter any floodwaters. So do not drive or walk through floodwaters. Do not go near or down the power lines because, there could be current running through it and that poses a risk of electrocution. And always have an evacuation plan and emergency kit on standby, especially if you live in an area that floods whenever it rains heavily. Know your safe zones. and your emergency kit, and also having your important files and documents in something that is safe, waterproof, and reachable. So just a few things to note, and please stay safe as this event eventually unfolds. Now, as it pertains to the cooldown, let's now shift focus to that. As we're going to be heading into the latter part of the week, as I mentioned, that next cooldown is going to be setting in. And this is our temperature anomaly map, in case you're not too familiar with it. It's showing how much temperature is varying from what is normal. We're focusing primarily on these blue shadings, which indicate cooler than average or below normal temperatures. And because of that frontal system that moved by, the same one that is now stalled in the eastern and central Caribbean, we've still got some cooler air lingering around. So while temperatures are slowly increasing once more for some of us, especially those of us that have experienced that major dip in temperatures, things are going to be cooling down once more as we head into the latter part of this week. But cool air still lingering from that system. So as we're going to be progressing into tomorrow, Thursday to Friday, take a look at this. We see this next mass of cool air, which will be following the frontal boundary, the one that is still within the vicinity of the states that I showed you guys. So that next cool down is going to be coming down to the region, lingering through Saturday, and even as we head into Sunday, we're going to have that cooler air still around. And even Monday, things will still be a bit cool for the Northern Caribbean. So Jamaica, the Cayman Islands, Cuba, the Bahamas, and Turks and Caicos Islands, even Hispaniola, and Central America will be experiencing those significantly cooler than normal temperatures. So this is the forecast from the Euro model, and the GFS is pretty much in agreement with it. So again, this is for right now, where we've got all that cool air still lingering from that frontal system earlier this week. So as we're going to be heading into Friday, go into Saturday, and the weekend, we see cooler air that's going to be setting in. And these darker shadings of blue going to the purple are pretty much showing more significantly cooler temperatures. So places that would normally experience, say, a minimum temperature around 22 degrees Celsius, your minimum Friday going to Saturday, that may go down to around 17 degrees Celsius. And with wind, that could feel like 16 degrees Celsius. So things are going to be cooler once more for us. Again, very much similar to what we experienced earlier this week. So that's something to note. It's not yet time to put away your sweaters and jackets, since things are going to be quite cool for us once more. So that's pretty much what I wanted to bring to your attention in this update video, guys. And I do trust and hope you found it to be informative. But if you have any questions, as usual, feel free to drop them in the comments below. I will get to you when I can. And remember to always be weatherwise.